Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, here on the Bitcoin chart, we are tracking higher prices still, yeah, potentially. There are two scenarios. I'm tracking mainly the white count and the yellow one. The market alone will decide which one is going to play out, but most importantly, we're still holding above relevant support levels on the daily time frame. So the 69K level remains a very, very important support level that we talked about before. That's the 61.8 retracement there. And the idea is that as long as we're holding that, we can watch for higher prices overall. I won't be able to confirm a bull market top until the price breaks and sustains below 69K. There are normally two levels in such a wave 4 that I'm tracking. So assuming this is really a diagonal pattern that started in August, normally what I'm watching is the 61.8 retracement. Yeah, that's at 69K. I mean, that level ideally holds in any wave 4 of a diagonal. Below that level, the B wave low in the third wave. I mean, these are the two levels. Really, sometimes I give it space. I mean, but looking at the proportions, if it goes down to 69K, it's already very deep. It's already very deep for a fourth wave. So ideally, we avoid, that the price breaks below 69K to keep this white scenario alive. White remains still my primary scenario. However, it's important to understand it in the broader context, and I won't talk about that too much in this video, but check out my Bitcoin videos on the MCO Global channel. You can find the link to that channel in the description. On this channel, I also talk a lot about the macro. Today, I plan to upload a video about Bitcoin again, and it's Bitcoin and the digital assets reserve. So that's sort of the stuff we talk about on this channel, and there we'll talk about the long-term chart as well. But just here for anybody who's interested in the rapid market updates, we're still holding key support for one more high. And we're still holding, however, below the trend line we talked about. So I'd like to see the trend line broken as well in the white count to basically unlock prices in the 130K region. More is needed, of course. Let's talk about the resistances along the way. When the price really, or if the price, which is currently expected. So I don't expect a complete breakdown. What I could see potentially is maybe another low in the area around 75K. I mean, anything is possible. It's all about understanding what's probable. And the probable pathways are outlined here on the chart. So I'm watching for one more high. That's one scenario. In this scenario, the price would ideally break above this trend line, form an A wave, then a B wave pullback, a higher low, and a C wave rally. There are resistances like here, the trend line, then this Fibonacci resistance area. Just, yeah, Fibonacci resistance essentially, especially the 100,802 level is relevant, yeah. This is the 78.6 retracement, but then ultimately the trend line, the 78.6 retracement, and these swing highs from January and December around 107,600 are relevant as well. And then from there, the price could easily still go higher, possibly towards 130 to 145K even. Would still like to see that one more high. That is still possible. That means I will not confirm a top at this stage. The pullback is corrective. Of course, that means the correction could extend, yeah? That's why I said it's so important to understand the broader context, which I can't repeat in every video, but that's why we've got the MCO Global channel, so you can get informed about really the macro view. But in the red count, this move up could just simply be an ABC structure in a B wave, and we break down. So what I don't want to see is a healthy B wave, yeah, or a healthy rally, and then a failure to hold a higher low, because if that happens, that would be a huge red flag. Yeah. That would be a major warning. So then I've mentioned it numerous times that the next rally could be the last one, because it might just be the wave 5 or the B wave in the red count. But depending on if we, after that rally, hold a higher low or not, it opens the door to a bear market or not. Yeah. So this is really, really crucial. Now let's take a look at the smaller time frame here for Bitcoin. Smaller time frame wise, we are currently in the same structure as yesterday. We are currently looking at quite a mess here. I've mentioned that yesterday, and really the situation hasn't changed at all since yesterday. So we have a 3-wave move up from the Friday, the 28th of February low. And that is, in a 3-wave move, not clearly bullish. That's just corrective, right? So it can be bullish, and I'm slightly leaning towards the white count, but we've seen a lot of volatility in recent weeks, so I would not be surprised if it forms one more low. That is one of the likely options, and to be honest, I've already posted it on Discord earlier today. If this is a B wave, it might be complete. So we've arrived at the key spot here, key decision point. Let me explain. The yellow count means this was a wave 4, and we're now working on wave 5. We might target 75k. I just told you about that key level on the daily chart. And it might be a wave down, because that looks a bit like a 5-wave move down. The move up could be a completed B wave as a WXY structure. And we move down in wave C. I find that highly likely. It needs confirmation, though, because the white count is also possible, right? But again, very balanced probabilities. Now, in the yellow count, I will probably start to favor yellow with a break below 87,640, especially if it also breaks below 86,280. Because then it opens the door to around about 75k. Then, ideally then, this will be the last low, okay? So on the smaller time frame, this is a probable pathway. That's the short-term bearish one with 2 key levels that would increase probabilities for the yellow count. As long as we're holding above those key levels here, I think the door is open for higher prices. Because we're printing higher highs, higher lows, yeah? And this makes the white count quite compelling, but not necessarily high probability. So in the white count, we have an A wave up, we have a B wave down, and then this is like, yeah, you know, this would be like a C wave up in 5 waves, possibly a 1-2-1-2 setup, but actually this one would ideally have another high. But we'll have to see. I mean, this is just the micro count, right? So as long as we're holding above this last swing low, the overall short-term uptrend could stay intact, but please note, we've arrived at key resistance. And also yesterday, I mentioned that I would like to see one more high, even in the B wave. That happened, so the yellow count is technically complete. And this is a key spot, so if it wants to break down, it will do that now. The bulls, however, would need to make sure that they hold above these key levels. So I'll keep you updated. The smaller time frame structure shifts a lot, so I will always give you guys the latest count, my latest view of the count at least. And a lot are possible at the moment, so it's not the easiest environment to track and trade anyway. So I'll keep you updated about that on Discord. There are some more updates on X as well, so you can check out our X profile as well if you're interested. But overall, we'll try to keep you as well informed as possible. And the level should be clear. Now, to confirm, to solidify the white count further, and that was also yesterday's communication, we need a break above the green line. And that's at 95,300, or let's say 95,400. That is a level that needs to be broken to really further strengthen the white count, because it would invalidate this as a B wave. Technically, B waves can overshoot, but it would be rare in this kind of count. Okay, that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you want to learn further, if you want to learn more about Elliott Wave and get updated, throughout the day, check out our MCO membership. You can find the link in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.